Hey, Dinar Ninja here. Today is Monday, August 12th, 2019. This is from Restored Republic via GCR compiled by Judy Byington. It says, according to HSBC contacts, the reset began in Hong Kong on Wednesday, August 7th. The next day, Thursday, August 8th, different contacts reported that exchanges were taking place with liquidity in Spain, Portugal, Italy, India, and other countries across the globe. Plus, Iraq and Iran were functioning on a new in-country dinar rate of $3.91. Thursday around noon Eastern Standard Time, and just as the rollout reached North America, the reset appeared to pause and exchanges in other countries were stopped. Intel that came straight from the top said that the Chinese elders called an emergency meeting on August 8th between China and U.S. leaders where a new contract was signed. According to Robert David Steele, Epstein's secret transfer Sunday morning, August 11th, alive and kicking, by the way, was part of the final push in relation to the global currency reset. Another international meeting took place Sunday evening, August 11th. Unrelated and valid sources expected to go with publishing of 800 numbers by Monday, August 12th. Redemption Center personnel reported that they were told to cancel vacation leave for a while and report to work on Tuesday, August 13th. Unless the new contract extended the date, which it likely did, completion for private exchanges for contract rates and official activation of the new quantum financial system, or the QFS, was on Thursday, August 15th, according to an agreement between the World Court, China, and Zimbabwe Treasury. Thursday, August 15th, evidently was also the date our Social Security cards would be changed to gold back, according to a report through Abel Danger. This meant U.S. citizens were no longer considered cattle to the privately owned Federal Reserve, Crown of England, Vatican Central Bank, World Monetary System. Unless the new contract extended the date, which it likely did, the deadline for Zim redemption was on Saturday, August 17th. Major political and economic changes, mass arrests, trials, and tribunals were expected worldwide September to October and perhaps through December. Okay, this is from an RV alert, RV intelligence alert example. Number 1, Jeffrey Epstein was found dead in his jail cell by suicide. Rumors suggested Jeffrey Epstein's suicide was faked with a body double and was now being held in custody by the Alliance. Other rumors suggested the deep state cabal assassinated Epstein as he was willing to cooperate with authorities. These rumors are unconfirmed. Epstein may have actually committed suicide. However, the Earth Alliance already has all evidence in possession, dead or alive. Number 2, the evidence on Jeffrey Epstein was admissible to court and could bring down half of Washington on various sexual abuse charges. Attorney Lisa Bloom called for the administrators of Epstein's estate to freeze all his assets and hold them for the victims filing civil cases. Our civil cases can still proceed against his estate, she tweeted. Victims deserve to be made whole for the lifelong damage he caused. We're just getting started. Number 3, progress was being made for the U.S. to return to the gold standard. Once the gold standard has returned, the Federal Reserve would be abolished, and the IMF was expected to make an announcement. After the IMF announcement, the global financial system will begin transitioning from a fiat financial system to a gold-backed financial system. Number 4, according to sources, expectations of the RV occurring this month have not changed. Okay, and these are some critical facts by Dr. Leonard Coldwell from December 29th, 2012. Number 1, the IRS is not a U.S. government agency. It's an agency of the IMF, International Monetary Fund, Diversified Metal Products, Public Law 94 to 564, Senate Report 94 to 1148, page 5967. Number 2, the IMF International Monetary Fund is an agency of UN, Black's Law Dictionary 6th edition, page 816. Number 3, the United States has not had a treasury since 1921. 41 chapter 214, page 654. Number 4, the U.S. Treasury is now the IMF. Presidential Documents, Volume 24, Number 4, page 113. Number 5, the United States does not have any employees because there is no longer a United States. No more reorganizations after 200 years of bankruptcy is finally over. Executive Order 12803. Number 6, the FCC, CIA, FBI, NASA, and all the other alphabet gangs were never part of the U.S. government, even though the U.S. government held stock in the agencies. And I'm just going to put the link for this at the bottom, and so you can read all the sources that go along with each of these numbers. Okay, number 7, Social Security numbers are issued by the UN through the IMF. The application for a Social Security number is the SS5 form. The Department of the Treasury, IMF, issues the SS5 forms and not the Social Security Administration. The new SS5 forms do not state who publishes them, while the old forms state they are Department of the Treasury. Number 8, there are no judicial courts in America and have not been since 1789. Judges do not enforce statutes and codes. Executive administrators enforce statutes and codes. Number 9, there have not been any judges in America since 1789. There have just been administrators. Number 10, according to GATT, the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, you must have a Social Security number. Number 11, New York City is defined in federal regulations as the United Nations. Rudolph Giuliani stated on C-SPAN that New York is the capital of the world. Number 12, Social Security is not insurance or contract, nor is there a trust fund. Number 13, your Social Security check comes directly from the IMF, which is an agency of the United Nations. It says U.S. Department of Treasury at the top left corner, which is again part of the UN. Number 14, you own no property. Slaves can't own property. Read carefully the deed to the property you think is yours. You are listed as a tenant. Number 15, the most powerful court in America is not the United States Supreme Court, but rather the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania. Number 16, the King of England finally backed both sides of the American Revolutionary War. Number 17, you cannot use the U.S. Constitution to defend yourself because you are not a party to it. The U.S. Constitution applies to the corporation of the United States, a privately owned and operated corporation, headquartered out of Washington, D.C., much like IBM, and not to the people of the Sovereign Republic of the United States of America. Number 18, America is a British colony. The United States is a corporation, not a landmass, and it existed before the Revolutionary War, and the British troops did not leave until 1796. Okay, number 19 is a link for a YouTube channel, and again, the link to this, where I'm reading from, will be in the bottom description. Number 20, Britain is owned by the Vatican. Number 21, the Pope can abolish any law in the United States. Number 22, a 1040 form is for tribute paid to Britain. Number 23, the Pope claims to own the entire planet through laws of conquest and discovery. Number 24, the Pope has ordered genocide and enslavement of millions of people. Number 25, the Pope's laws are obligatory on everyone. And this goes up to number 33. So again, you can just read this in more detail if you click the link at the bottom of the YouTube. And that's all for now. Thanks for tuning in.